Hi, Nicole. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you taking the time. I know online is not usually the best way to meet, but I appreciate that you were available to do this. Um, this is the fourth interview, and it's based on evaluation, and I appreciate you volunteering for this. So, the last time we spoke about adulting, you had stated that there were some things that you were wanting to focus in. And when we first engaged in our conversation, we narrowed it down to making lists and focusing in on one thing at a time. And so I just have a few questions for you, and just letting the audience know that there were releases already signed. Um, there were also forms, permission slips, privacy forms that you were aware of for online. Also, just so you know, I do have my laptop set up, taking notes just so that we stay focused on our conversation. Okay? So, as far as the lists that you've been making, um, how has that experience been for you?
It's definitely been a little bit of a challenge remembering to write the lists every day, but when I do get it done, it has been helping me get more things accomplished.
That's wonderful. So you hit one of the other questions that I was going to go into. What have you been able to accomplish since we last met?
Since we last met, I've been able to accomplish getting like more bills and things paid a little bit earlier versus like the day of. Also, just simple things like laundry and cleaning. I've been kind of trying to keep on track with that, so it's just been making everyday life a little bit easier.
That's great. That sounds wonderful. Have you found anything to be really challenging? Like, what was the most challenging thing for you?
Definitely the most challenging thing is remembering to make the lists
Okay.
at this point, just because of my hectic lifestyle.
Okay.
It's hard to remember to just sit down and make the list.
Okay. And what about rewarding? What has been the most rewarding thing that you have found during this process?
The satisfaction of knowing that everything is done when it should be done.
Wonderful. That's great. So how do you feel that you will continue to move forward?
Definitely think I will continue making lists and possibly just getting more into using like organizers and planners and just trying to set myself up for my future every day instead of just the list. Like I want to do the whole organization part
That's
of it.
wonderful. I think those are great progresses that you've made. How do you think, or what do you think you'll do to stay motivated? What will help you stay motivated?
I feel as though daily reminders would help me as far as my support system of people, and also maybe even just putting a reminder on my phone would help. Little things like that. And maybe even just using an organizer would help me to stay organized or remind me to do it.
That's great. I like the idea of putting reminders on your phone because you can set alarms for that. And then finally, and I appreciate you taking the time to answer all these questions. What would you like to achieve in this journey?
I would like to just set myself up for my best life, and it's really easy to get sidetracked and to get off of focus, and it's easy to not be happy with the way things are, but once you start getting yourself organized and life just starts to fall into place. So that's my goal, is to just be happy.
That's wonderful. I appreciate again you taking the time online, and so I want to thank you. And I'm going to basically gather all the information that I just received, and we will work on a termination plan. All right. Thank you again. And I hope you have a great evening.